PS, does anyone need the lights up or are we good like this? Up a little bit, please. Who's on the lights? PS, we do have a caring politician in the room, and I'd like to pay our respect to the Honourable Diane Evers, MLC, over here, member for the Southwest region. Thank you very much for coming along. So, showing them how it's done. Okay, all the way from Manjimup today, leading the way in exemplary agriculture, setting a highly sustainable and regenerative benchmark for other farming families. From Tree of Life Resort and Loving Gift, here to present organic farming to value added. Please welcome Organic and Biodynamic farmer Wayne Edwards. Put your hands together.
Thank you, David. iHemp. What a sensational, awesome day. It's been put up today and made it for the house. We can make it a little informal. If you'd like to ask some questions as we're going along, that'd be fantastic.
Except we've got to keep it in time frame.
That won't be a problem. So Merry Christmas, iHemp, because to me, waking up today was like Christmas morning, you know. It's just like, to come in to speak to all these enthusiasts on hemp and with iHemp, the way they've been doing over the last 4 years and to get to this day is simply amazing. And full credit to David and his crew, and it's been great. So when they asked me to speak, I said, fantastic, yeah, that'd be good. Organic hemp growing, yeah. So then I read the program and it said, Loving Gift, Organic Farming, Value Adding, and all that's broad spectrum. So anyway, so Loving Gift, which is my wife's business, and basically it's from the heart, and we all know, how important that is, and that our first life was started with one heartbeat, and so we stayed with that heartbeat all the way through, and in that heartbeat that we first started with was water and carbon. And so the importance of both of those are renowned all the way through our system. So the quality of the carbon, the quality of the water is what drives us to where we are now. And through looking after that and looking after what our heart thinks about and how we go through life, and rather than what we've been told or what other people try and influence you. So always be true to what's inside and where we've all started to start off with. And so with the carbon aspect that's in the heart, every molecule of our body is carbon. To the point where by weight, most of our body is made up of oxygen, 18.5% becomes next of carbon. So carbon is quite important in our system. Then comes hydrogen, nitrogen, all that sort of stuff. So, and that leads me on to organic farming, which really means carbon farming. When you look at the real sense of it, not so much certified organic farming, but carbon farming and organic farming go together. And so, and that's where the hemp comes in, because the hemp plant is the perfect plant for bringing carbon out of the atmosphere and into the whole plant, into the soil, and we can make whatever uses we like out of it. It's such a remarkable plant that there's nothing you cannot do, and it will continue to amaze us all the way through. Because it's been with us for 10,000 years, probably knows more about us than we know about that. And our heart knows all about that as well, because most of the heart's probably got a little bit of carbon from the hemp molecule inside as well. So there's a synergy there. And of course, when you value add, that comes from, you got the heart, and you got carbon, and then that forms life, and then from life you create your own life, and so with carbon, and a lot of that goes back to giving back as well. So part of what the hemp does, it gives back. Everything it takes, it gives back all the way through. And so people that understand that also give back as well. Like David Chick and his crew, they give so much to get iHemp up and running, and so there's there's every reason why we call the company iHemp, because basically we are all got hemp in us, and so there's a lot of immense value can be done there. So this is us as in a party atmosphere. It didn't come up as good as what was on the computer. But so we all have our masks, and we all want to be someone else, or have an excitement time, and so that's Anita, my wife, and myself. And that also not the fashion. We have farmers markets, and this is Flavia. She's from Italy. She came over here with her partner Lorenzo. They went back to Italy. Had Leonardo, and now they're married. And what a wonderful experience they have, coming and joining our farm. In the back there, you got BioVeg, is our vegetable farm, and Tree of Love Resort is our avocado farm. So it's awesome to live on a resort at the same time. So the BioVeg is basically what the hemp comes from, and under the brand of Divine Hemp. And so BioVeg was formed more than 20 years ago. We've been organic farming for 18 years, biodynamic farming on the avocado farm for 10 years, and it's been quite a journey, lots of ups and downs and lots of fun at the same time. And so you can see the BioVeg there is, it's got the degree of confidence around it, and there's always a spark that goes with that, and the veg is slightly motivated as well. So my wife, she's a vegetarian and raw foodist, and I'm so lucky to be able to have her in my life and educate me at the same time. Much what Dana was saying, it's just fantastic, and thank you to Dana for all that. So this is where we live, the Tree of Love Resort. The Tree of Love, the fruit from the Tree of Love is the avocado. I'm not sure if everyone knows about the skills avocado has. It's almost the same skill, same value as the hemp plant. So we've got a lot of big stories on that one as well. So there we are again. Isn't that look divine? Okay. Here we are in the hemp crop. Happy as Larry. So day one we went out. It's not coming out that flash, so I'm not sure why that is. It looks a lot clearer than that when I was looking at it. Never mind. So we were lucky enough. We got into hemp probably 3 years ago. I sort of looked at it 20 or so years ago, and 3 years ago, my wife come back and says she wants to build a hemp house, and so great. We've been looking for a house to build, so we want to build a hemp house, and so why not grow our own hemp to build a hemp house? So we didn't plant the first year, but the second year we got talking to Rob Atkins and FFLI, and so he's supplied us some seed, and so off we went. We planted 24 hectares, 23 on one farm and 21 on the other farm, on the avocado farm. So we planted this pivot under Morphett Lake, and that's basically what we went on with this first go. You can see put the lime out first and some compost, and there are the rates of everything else there. Now half the pivot was green manured in, a crop of oats and amongst beautiful weeds, and then the other half was an oat crop that we harvested and rolled off, and then we got all the ground ready at once. But in the end, it was like chalk and cheese. Where the green manure crop was brilliant. Where the ground got slightly melted up after the oats could come out, we had a not so good result. So there's a big learning there, and so yeah, okay. So we hired a machine last year, and now this year we've bought out a brand new 3 metre air seeder direct seed machine. And so we're ready to go with precision planting and want to do it correctly from now on. So here's the crops up on the centre pivot, and the wife's out there just checking the stand to make sure it's all looking good, which it is. And there's another photo there. Yeah, so our property is 7 kilometres east of Manjimup, where this farm is. So I'm a 4th generation farmer. My son mainly grew this crop. He's 5th, and he's due for a baby next week, so he'll be 6th generation on the farm. So it's such a special year for us to get into hemp and for all this growth to come along at the same time. So we're really excited about what we're doing here. Like I say, it's like Christmas morning. Just to get up here and talk about this and share, whatever knowledge I can about this hemp crop. And there's nothing to go and check the hemp crop every day because it's really therapeutic just to take photos of this and the irrigation. And you can see probably in the background there's my son over there with his tractor spraying the crop as well. There's a centre pivot in full bloom there. Yes. Yep. There you go, sir. So, yeah, just various combinations of different types of sprays you put on there. Not really knowing what to do, and so being an organic farmer, I just used what I could and what I thought would happen would work out. And so I'm sure there's other people who got their own ideas. There's another shop there of a different angle. There are sheds in the background there. We have 3 centre pivot sites on our farm. This is the middle one. Another shop there. Now this is, what was that word that you said, Damon, about being in the pine forest? Well, you get the same feeling when you go into a hemp crop and you sort of like can sit down and suck in all the life and all the purpose of what the hemp's all about, because even if it's a hemp crop that's grown now or tomorrow or wherever, it still has the memory of the 10,000 years that it's been around. There's my mum and dad in their 80s, and they're both doing very well and excited to be part of the hemp business as well, unsurprisingly. There's another, just one of those beautiful moments where you get in amongst it all, and still go. Yeah. There's my son, and he's happy to the way we're going to with the hemp industry. And there's Anita's mother. She flew over from New Zealand to participate in the fun and joy of it all. Now this crop here is on the Tree of Love Resort, the avocado farm. We knocked out in the background there's some plums. We knocked them out during the year, and we've planted avocados in here. You can see slightly lighter rows there. In those rows there are avocado trees, planted in December. Those rows are 8 metres apart. Now the sprinklers weren't quite reaching that far. We planted from January 4. So the plants in the middle, they took nearly 2 weeks to come up, and but by the time they finished, they were 6 foot high. So basically, had no rain on them, and they had the ability to draw moisture in and nutrients without any rain at all. So if you look closely at the leaf itself, it's sort of like spiky, hairy, fingery-like things. It filters the atmosphere, has the ability to draw in moisture, draw in carbon, and create an environment for itself. So dryland farming is probably in the future. So heading into the seeding area here. Yep. And come in the full seed, so the harvester area you come in now. So we use a 35-foot harvester. There's an avocado plant there. This is all Rob Atkins' machinery, and we're grateful to have that. But this shot here, the avocado farm was harvested in June, and we had some parrot infestation. And so one of the things that I'm concerned about going forward is having seeding hemp crops in our area. So we'll have to look closely at that. Now this is like the veggie farm, so we see, we put the seed in a shed to dry and what have you, because we're not quite ready with drying stuff, so we hand aerated all that, and so we dried it all up. And there goes the goodies off to get graded and sized. And then we had did a few trials of harvesting the stalk, and we eventually picked up a machine that would actually cut it plainly enough. And so then in the background we've got some hay roll, some hemp rolls there, so we've done some little work with that. And then I dragged up 2 plants out of the ground. You can see my hand is that's about 6 foot high, those plants. And then I did some experiments. I weighed them. So there's 2 plants there, and I weighed 80 grams. So and then cut the roots off, and so the stalks, so 60 grams for the stalks, and then so the roots were 20 grams. So basically, here's the mass here. So basically, one root stem was 10 grams, but 100 grams per square metre is 1 kilo. 1 hectare is 10 tonne in the ground. 45% is carbon, so 4.5 tonne of carbon is deposited in the ground up on 1 crop of hemp. Now that's what I call getting that plant. This plant is just amazing, and that's part of where loving gift comes from, and the heart and all that sort of stuff. So the plant is so connected to all this, and this is the wealth building of the soil and all of us. And then the stuff that's up on top of the ground, guess what's happened today? That's starting to ferment, that's starting to break down, that's starting to incorporate back into the soil life as well, and that stimulates the microbes to actually put the rest to work and keep the ground alive. Important part. So that leads you to back onto loving gift again, and Anita's products with the cultured vegetables and the fermented products. So when you're fermenting things become available. It becomes, in the soil, it becomes just like putting compost on the soil. You grow your crop, and it's all fantastic. Now, we've got to look after ourselves just the same as we look after our plants. And like Damien said, cultured vegetables is for the digestive tract. It's the most important thing that we can do. It's the same as the soil. Look after the soil. You don't put rubbish on the soil and think you're going to get a result. You've got to put good stuff on there. And the good stuff here to grow hemp, what I worked out is carbon. Carbon, I didn't mention this before, but we had crops that were this high and to 5 metres in the same period. And the 5 metre ones were all the carbon levels for the best. What I found in particular was where the kikuyu grew on the edges, and or the thickest kikuyu was, Dad chopped it up dozens of times, and we seeded it down, and no kikuyu competed with hemp. They just completely, the hemp just overrooted. There was a direct line there where it stopped and started, but the hemp plant just grew 5 metres tall, no problem at all. So to me, carbon is the most important ingredient you can put in the ground for fertiliser. So every fertiliser you put on for hemp should have carbon base on it, because hemp is a carbon accumulator and a carbon depositor. So it's important. The same as this is all about carbon as well, putting good guys to work in your body. Yes. And so fermented foods contribute to efficient nutrient absorption in 3 ways: by breaking down foods to make digestion and assimilation easier, providing enzymes to digestive and the flora and the gut. So very important that we all understand how important longevity in our digestive system is. Often Anita, she's just a wizard when it comes to decorating the table, and This is just one of the decorations there. It's something like an avocado in the middle with a strange looking 7-leaf plant on top and some, looks like some sort of hidden seeds there. Amanda also does workshops, and this is actually a chocolate workshop. She just loves chocolate to the flavour. And she also gives advice out and does one-on-ones, and even guys with funny names, dog and avocado names, seek her advice in Mr. Wolf. What's next? There's some more hemp chocolates. It's got a display at the top, and it's divine as you taste it all. But and we've also got some hemp milk as well, and there's a chocolate cacao drink there. Life is about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So with hemp, we can create whatever we want. There's nothing you cannot do, and so everyone here should get a great pat on the back and good luck with the future with the industry. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got one. Are you suggesting that the parrots may spread the seed? Is that what you were saying, or did I misinterpret that?
The parrots, they eat the seed, they love it, and then they tell their mates and they turn up. And then when you take the seed away, the seed on the ground, so they hang around, and then they clean that up, and then they still hang around. They go, well, what's next? And next minute you got parrots in the avocado orchard you haven't seen before, and you don't know what they're doing. And then they get bored, and then who knows what's going to happen next. But you know what, they do know that they're going to be back at that place this time next year. Because they're going to be waiting, because hemp seed, they love it just as much as we do. So just a little bit cautious about having hemp around my farm, but we'll see how we go.
Thank you, Wayne. Put your hands together.